Okay, so this is just a quick tip video on how you can clean any kind of standalone fans or box fans you may have in your home. I have several of these in my home that I use to keep my house cool while I'm gone. And the way I use to clean them is I take them outside, usually in the garage or on the back porch, and I unplug them, of course, and I use the blower motor, actually, believe it or not, to blow the dust out. I don't like cleaning them inside the home because it can get very, very messy. As you know, these things can get really, really dusty, and if you start cleaning them inside, it just gets really messy. And if you're allergic and have, asthma or anything like that, that just wouldn't turn out good. So I suggest taking them outside to really get them really, really good and clean. But I usually just take the blower motor and I just blow the dust out. You may still have to use a broom or some kind of rag to wipe off the residue, but for the most part, the blower motor gets all the dust out. So that's just a quick and easy way to clean your fans. This is not an expert decision. This is something strictly that I learned on my own, a quick and easy way. And I'm just passing along to you guys. Maybe it'll help you out. The next thing I want to show you is cleaning ceiling fans. I clean my ceiling fans usually is I use them pillowcases to clean them. And the way the pillowcase work, I'm sure you've seen other YouTubers do this as well, but I've actually used it and I like the method, so I'm passing along. You just take a pillowcase and put the blade inside the pillowcase, and as you pull the pillowcase back towards you, then all the dust will fall inside the pillowcase, and that's usually how you can get the blades pretty clean. That's what I did here. I used a rag, of course, to kind of get some of the extra residue off, around the inside of the lamps and things like that. So you need a rag to clean that. But the blades itself, you can use a pillowcase. Right here, I usually just stand on top of my ottoman and get on top of the bed, and then I'll clean them that way. But once I get all the dust off, I usually take some furniture polish and I will spray it on the rag and just kind of wipe the blades down to get them a little shiny and kind of give the sheen back a little bit. That's just something extra that I do. But for the most part, to get them clean, I suggest a pillowcase. Now, the other ceiling fans in my home, the ceilings are actually taller, so I would have to actually use a ladder to get up there to be able to reach the ceiling fan and clean them. So they do make tools to use. I've seen in Home Depot and Lowe's, any kind of home improvement store, they make ceiling fan cleaners, which are actually probably better to use. I've seen them where they have a little hole in between them, and you can actually put the blade in between the hole, and as you pull it back, all the dust will attach to the little broomsticks there. So, and they're not expensive at all either. So if you want to take that route, that's a good one. But I didn't have one of those, so I had plenty of pillowcases, and that's the way that I wanted to use it. That's just a quick tip on how to clean your ceiling fans. The next thing I wanted to add was getting all the little dust particles. Of course, sometimes you know how dust particles can build up in the corners of your room, in any room basically, and you kind of just want to get the dust particles off the wall. And so I just use a regular broom. I don't do anything fancy there. I just take the broom and just kind of wipe down the walls a little bit and get in the corners really good, and just make sure you get all the little dust particles that kind of build up in the corners all the way down to the floors. I use the same thing for baseboards. I use the broom and just kind of wipe down the baseboards. If they tend to get really, really dirty, I'll actually get down with the bucket and some water, and I'll use some Fabuloso or some kind of mean green. That's my favorite thing I love to clean with. Some kind of just disinfectant that I use to put on the baseboards and clean them. So these were not really dirty. They just had a little dust on them. So I used just a broom to kind of wipe the dust off. Same thing for the blinds here, as well as the baseboards under the blinds. So just take you a quick little broom and just kind of wipe it down. And that's just a quick way to get your DIY projects in for cleaning. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and thanks for watching.